you need to unfollow them people, period. Like, that doesn't even make sense. I get where they're going with that, but my biggest thing with astrology is you cannot let the transits tell you how to dictate your life. If you have to start a new job, if you have to move, if you have to do something significant during a Venus retrograde, why would you not do it just because of the planets? But, you can be mindful of the energy of what's going on, because yes, if you start something Venusian during a Venus retrograde, it may not be the easiest thing to do. But for somebody to say don't start a new job during a Venus retrograde because you're going to lose it, like, they need to be smacked, because that's a stupid fucking thing to say. Everything is subjective, and everything in astrology is potential. Just because the potential for something to happen does not mean that it's 100% going to happen. But that's why us astrologers tell you all, like, don't necessarily do this or don't necessarily do that, because if you're starting something while the potential for what you're starting can be bad, like, why do that? Like, kind of just save yourself the trouble. But again, if you have it planned to move and start a new job, like, there is nothing wrong with that. Continue to live your life. Again, just know that since it's a Venus retrograde, you might have, a little disconnect. You might have a little hiccup here or there, but that doesn't even mean that it could 100% happen. Again, you noticing I'm saying might or potentially. I think a lot of astrologers, like, I don't think everybody has bad intentions, but I think that the way that people tell people to live their lives is not realistic. Like, you can't tell people to stop doing things just because of a planet. And again, just because that planet is uncomfortable, it does not mean that it's going to affect you in that same way. Like, everybody's birth chart is different. All of the planets and the aspects are going to affect everybody differently. So where a Venus retrograde, if you start a job during a Venus retrograde, if it's going to aspect something negative in your chart, then yeah, that job may not necessarily last. But I don't think that it's a safe or smart thing to just say generally don't do it because it's going to be bad. But again, just know that the energy is not the best. So there could be something, but it doesn't mean that that is going to be bad.